Watch. Get it. Oh yeah, we need that. Do you hear it? All right. Pineapple. I hope everybody can hear all this and everything look good. Looks good on the thingamajigger. Looks good? Cool. Okay, I don't know if the music's still going or not. We're good? We can talk? Hey guys, welcome to another virtual happy hour. I'm your gracious host, Dougie, coming from you at not the historic Hardwood in historic downtown Corral, Texas, but we're in downtown Corral, Texas nonetheless. Want to give a big shout out to Ranch House Spirits for fueling another virtual happy hour. And today is a very special virtual happy hour for many reasons. So, hey Tom, and one being the ingredient that we're using, pineapple. Hit that blue button. Pineapple. So, and also on top of that, it is Tom's last day with us before he goes back over to Aggie Land. If you watched our little Q&A we had this past Wednesday, checking out our gear, you probably know all about that. So we have a lot going on today. We're going to make drinks. We got all kinds of things pineapple. We have pineapples. We have pineapple juices of all kinds that we're going to taste test so we can let you know at home which kinds you should get if you can't freshly squeeze or freshly press your own pineapple juice. Tom's going to actually make it a drink and send it before he goes off to Aggie Land. And after that, we got all kinds of pineapple sodas to figure out what is the best pineapple soda for your buck to take to your home and make wonderful highballs with. And then Morgan the Grouch is going to get behind here, and he's going to make us a wonderful pineapple fork cocktail as well. And after that, we're just going to keep on going until it's over. So, I hope everything sounds good out there. Excuse me, my nose itches. Got a whole entire setup going on. We finally figured this all out, or we're getting to figuring it all out. So hopefully it's above and beyond what it's been. We love doing all this with or without the setup, but we want to make sure that every week gets a little bit better and you guys have a elevated experience just like we are over here in our super secret location. So a lot of people know where this is, which is cool. So yeah, let's get right into it. So we are going to go ahead and start off with a daiquiri variation, a pineapple daiquiri. And this is going to be my drink to do. All right, let's go ahead and do it with a little bit of orgeat. What do you say? Sounds perfect. It's pretty much just my drink, Golden Idol. That's like, anytime I use pineapple, there's that drink I always brag about that I made, the Golden Idol. And it's like pretty much the same ingredients, just different ratios. I can't help it. I love it. So we're going to do a 1/4 ounce of the orgeat. And I'm sure y'all remember, because y'all watch every single week, and we greatly appreciate it, that orgeat is essentially our house-made almond milk. And after we make our almond milk, we will do a 2-to-1 ratio of sugar to almond milk, which will be in pure white cane sugar. And that will be, pure or refined. It's refined sugar that you want to use because you don't want to muck up all the wonderful almond essence that you created. Splash of rose water typically calls for orange water as well, orange blossom water as well. We use a few dashes of Angostura orange bitters to get that depth and just to give it a little bit more of a tone. And then from there, that's pretty much it. But if you can't make almond milk at home, or you just think that it might be unreasonable to make almond milk, which I can see why you would think that, go ahead and get yourself just some almond milk off the shelf. But you want to fortify it in flavor with maybe toasting some more almonds, some more cashews, and then tossing it into your almond milk, letting it sit overnight, then straining it, and then making your almond milk. You're going to have a tremendous amount of flavor added to your product that way. So got the almond syrup in there, orgeat. So we're going to go ahead and do just a 1/2 ounce. I'm going to do lemon. No, let's do lime. That's not good. Let's not get too out of hand, Dougie. Let's do a 1/2 ounce of lime. Yep. And then a freshly squeezed. I did this today. That's why it looks so good. That's why it has that orange. That's why it has that green hue that we look for in here. Ooh. Oh, my God. I'm going to do a 1.5 ounces. I'll just cut back on the booze. Because we want to be a pineapple daiquiri, we want it to be pineapple-y. You know what I mean? Why not? And then, what better way to have a pineapple daiquiri than with pineapple rum? This is plantation pineapple rum. Essentially, they make a beautiful rum, and then they just take ripened pineapple bark and steep it until it gets these beautiful colors and flavors. We made our own, and it achieves that. It does achieve that color, but when it comes to flavoring it, in the sense of you're probably gonna add a little bit of sugar to it, I kind of messed it up. So this is a great bottle to have on your back bar at home. All right, I just did 2 ounces. Why not? It's Tom's last day. I'm sad. So I got some handcrafted ice. We always talk about. It's been a while since we talked about it, so I'll just tell you a little bit more about it. This comes from a company called Fat Ice. This is just high dense, properly frozen ice. It's like just pure frozen water in the sense that it has no sediment or air molecules. It comes on a machine called a climb bell, freezes from the bottom up, and what it's doing is circulating while it's happening, kind of like a sous vide machine, and then it's going to make sure that all the air molecules and sediment gets pushed to the top, so it's just completely dense and beautiful and doesn't add any unwanted flavors to your cocktail, and it also is the best way to properly dilute your cocktail. Just 1 cube would be fine, because it's going to do all right. Tom, coop me, sir.
Oh, yeah. Corey says to make him a birthday shot.
Oh, hey, you got it. Corey, happy birthday, my man. That's Corey from Ranch House Spirits. Corey Sampson. Hey, what's up, Corey Sampson? Happy birthday. All right, so you want a vigorous shake, 3 points of contact. We talked about that a little bit. We're going to actually have a show dedicated to bar techniques, but that ice, it's heavy duty, so we have some time we can talk about it just a little bit, but we're going to do about 10 seconds. Shake like nobody's watching. Happy birthday, Corey. Cool. And just so you don't create much of a mess, I always just suggest double straining with your Hawthorne strainer into your fine mesh strainer into your small tin. And that way it's not splashing all over your coupe, not getting all over your guest. In the hardwood, we have very confined spaces, so. Tom, will you put that in the sink? All right, let's see how that came out. A little short. Could have diluted it probably a little bit more. But beautiful nonetheless. Let's see what happens. Let that settle for a few seconds. See what happens with the head. I haven't shaken a cocktail in so long that my skills are kind of tottering. I don't know if you can tell, but I'll froth up on top. So a really, like, if you ever seen like a whiskey sour and it has that beautiful froth on top, and it comes from the egg white. If you're a vegan or don't like eggs, try a hard shaking cocktail like a pineapple daiquiri. If you really want that mouthfeel and that frothiness, it will be achieved with pineapple. Or if you add pineapple as an ingredient in anything, if you properly shake it and aerate it and agitate it properly, you're going to have a beautiful mouthfeel. That's why I think I love pineapple. So I love pineapple because of flavor, but when it comes to making drinks, I think that achieving that profile is just something that I think all bartenders strive for. And pineapple is a really great way to get to it. Pineapple is kind of like a cheat for a bartender, if you will, because it's just full flavor. It's savory, it's sweet, it's tart, it's tangy. It just has all these wonderful characters, and there's just so much history behind pineapple, and it just means it's the universal symbol for hospitality. I mean, come on, how much cooler does it get than that? So let's try this out. Tom, I'm going to miss you, buddy. This one's for you, bud. Tom. Hit that button. Pineapple. Say what's up to everybody, Morgan.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Sound good? Yeah. It's really cool. It's like it's funny because if you turn this camera onto our studio, they'll be like, well, you guys sound a lot better, but holy hell. I'd be like, what is going on over there? This little rascal's at its finest. But hey, dude, these are the kind of mics that fucking effing Joe Rogan uses. I mean, come on, how cool is that? Especially around here. Just kidding.
Are you sure you want to compare yourself to him?
No, I don't.
Okay, just checking.
He's my uncle, though. I have a podcast, so I have to admire him. You just don't touch that button. Also, mentioning podcasts, if you guys have some spare time, please go check out my new podcast, The Spirits Guide, with me, Doug Blank. And I just go over all things booze, from suggestions to reviews. I'm talking about whiskey, shochu, rum, amaro, beer, sake, you name it. Everything, anything in between. I just give you, I just go over the bottle, try to give you as much history, try to respect the bottle as much as I can, and then give you my final thoughts. It's essentially a narration of my final thoughts of the product. It's available on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. I truly appreciate it. And with that said, all these virtual happy hours, if you missed one, you can just go over to our YouTube channel. Just search Doug Blank, and we're there. And it'll just pop up, and you can rewatch all of these, and they're just getting better and better and better. So you can go back to the old ones and watch it from the very beginning all the way to now and be like, holy God, these are so amazing and just got so much better.
And you have Amanda over here calling you out for shameless podcast plugs.
Indeed. That's what this is all about. Shameless plugs. Oh, you want to get shameless? We have a Venmo. Please Venmo us at Doug Blank. We really need you. We greatly appreciate all your tips and donations. All tips and donations go to the virtual happy hour and to doing all the videos on our YouTube channel and just keeping this thing alive. The hardwood's closed for a long time, apparently. I've been hearing rumors that 2021 is going to let 51% bars like mine to reopen. So I need your guys' help in other ways, and I hope that I'm providing you the content that you like and it's entertaining to where you can throw some bones and help us get through this. I really appreciate. I'm gonna miss Tom. He's been such a great help, and he's going back to A&M. If you go back and watch our first Q&A and stuff like that, and we talk about Aggie Land and Gig'em and how it's A stands for agriculture and M stands for mechanical, not music. But they have a great marching band or something like that. So, but anyways, with that said, we're going to get Tom behind here. Is that what's next? No, we're doing the juice testing. All right. We're going to just, I went up to HEB and I got as much pineapple stuff as I could think of. And so I got all the juices that I could find of pineapple. And we're going to just try every single one. And we're going to figure out what we think, what we here would suggest to you being the best pineapple juice to use for your cocktails at home. Oh yeah, how many more of those? Is there a lot of those plastic cups left over?
Yeah.
Just grab a bunch of those. All right, so the first one you handed me, Libby's all natural pineapple juice from concentrate with added vitamin C, but there's no added sugar. Hand it over. We're going to then the HEB's 100% pineapple juice from concentrate with vitamin C, no sugar added. Did I say sugar added or added sugar? No sugar added, excuse me. And then Dole pineapple juice, 100% from concentrate with added vitamins A, C, and E. Doesn't say anything about sugar not being added. So who can say? This might be the best one because they probably add sugar to it. And then cold pressed pineapple juice, 100% from Farm Dog Juices, from our farms to yours. And this is just fresh pineapple juice. Okay, so let's do it. Let's try the first one. Fudge. 3. All right, so here's Libby's. Oh, maybe we want to shake that up a bit. Guess should have did a blind tasting on me. All right, here you go, boys. All right, so Libby's. It has a you can't hear anything. He's just listening. It has a cat food on the nose. Is that fair?
I don't have cats. I have no idea.
I mean, you never eaten cat food? All right, on to other things. It has like a cat food, maybe an animal product to me on the nose. Very sweet. Very sweet. Surprising that it has no sugar added because that is very sweet. Definitely tell there's some preservatives in there. Okay, let's move on. 3 more cups, sir. And next we're going to do HEB 100% pineapple juice made from concentrate. Thank you, Timothy. Yeah, a lot of juice do smell like butt trumpet. That's just the thing about them. Juices do get kind of farty.
I was going to say slightly meaty.
Oh, I shouldn't even smelt it. I shouldn't have done that. Gentlemen? Okay. The progression has begun. Okay, so it still has that weird element that I was thinking about, like the whole cat food thing, but not as present. Getting more pineapple on the nose than the Libby's, for sure. Still very, very sweet.
Yeah, I would say this one's definitely sweeter.
Yeah, for sure. And then it doesn't necessarily have, but it doesn't have the, doesn't have that pineapple zing to it that we're looking for, you know? So let's move on. All right, I'm very familiar with this one. I've never tried these. This is the first time I tried these two, but I am familiar with these next two. So I know what to look for, or I think I do. Yikes. Okay, so Dole 100% pineapple juice from concentrate with added vitamins A, C, and E. Doesn't say anything about sugar being added, so I'd imagine it does have sugar added. Splashy, splash, pineapple. Gentlemen? Okay. See, we're getting, the progression is happening.
This one kind of has a earthy smell to it.
Yeah, and I think that, and like the earthiness, well, I mean, these last two, I mean, I know it sounds like I was being insulting by saying like cat food and dog food, but I mean, that's really tuna fish. Maybe like a tuna fish smells last one. But this is, it's gone now. Now it smells like a pineapple, you know, that classic pineapple smell. And I honestly can already say that probably has to do with just simply the way it's packaged. Like it being packaged in aluminum instead of plastic, because less air escapes or can be introduced through aluminum. So maybe it has something to do with it.
And also the UV light being blocked, I'm sure, plays a bit of a factor too. Very
much so. So this tastes like pineapple. This tastes like a damn pineapple. And I actually use this Dole for more than just making drinks. I actually use it in a lot of food applications. If I'm doing like marinades or anything, I always do this because it's it's the cost effective, and it's not going, it does have preservatives in it, so it's not going to oxidize and get all weird in just a day or two when it's, or in a day. Believe it or not, pineapple as a marinade, you only want to do for like maximum 24 hours because it has a high acid, so it eats away everything. Like it will completely dissolve. We soak our Spam in pineapple, and if you leave it for over a day, it just like dissolves the Spam. So yeah, it just eats fat. All right, so did you count these? Man, that's some engineering if I've ever seen it. So next is going to be Farm Dog Juices, cold pressed pineapple juice, 100%. juice, and this does have an expiration date on it, and this one is till 10/21/2020. So I would imagine this is the fresher. The other ones were expiring in like 2 days, so I'd imagine this is somewhat fresh. Like, well, it's fresh in the sense of putting it on a shelf at HEB. So much pineapple. Okay. Fresh.
It smells more like pineapple.
It smells more like pineapple, and it smells fresh. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you have like a fresh juice, you're like, this isn't as intense as I want it to be, because it's not packed with preservatives, and it's not packed with like sugar.
Grassy almost?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm almost getting like a fresh cut grass thing going on.
Yeah, almost like a kombu, almost like a seaweed. Like a nori?
Yeah.
This is nice. I'm into it. Oh, tell me need 3 more cups because we got to do the freshly squeezed.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that is really great. That is actually a wonderful pineapple juice. And I will, after we try this last one, I'll talk a little bit more about all these. Then we're going to get, frick! That's mine. And then we're going to get Tom behind here. All right, so when you freshly squeeze your pineapple juice, you're definitely going to have to give it some love because it's very thick. This is double strain, and this still has a tremendous amount of froth to it, a lot of body. Double strained in like a baking sieve and then into a fine mesh strainer. So when you double strain, you want to make sure that your mesh gets finer, if you will. This is almost like a Dole Whip, and we were going to make a Dole Whip today, but I'm lactose intolerant. And apparently, I need a lot of ice cream to make one of those. And it wasn't that I was going to affect the show, but it would affect me later on. Would like some freshly cold pressed pineapple juice. Ah! I'm burning. Oh, come on. Dude,
This doesn't smell like fart.
It doesn't smell like fart, but you know, when we talk about sake, and I'm like, the fresh melon, the fresh pineapple. Think about the daiginjos that we've tried. You know what I mean? It's there.
Yeah. For sure.
Sorry for the weird noise I just made. Oh, God. So much pineapple just make me hiccup. Like, I mean, how much more pineapple can you get? Like, we blended this and strained it less than an hour, or maybe an hour ago. Well, a little bit longer than that. When was that? 2? So it's like 3 hours old, and it's extremely robust. Just full of, it's just a tremendous amount of mouthfeel, so much texture. That pineapple, again, that savoriness, that means savory, sweet, tart. I really want to know on a compound level, like under a microscope, like what makes pineapple so special? What makes it so much more in depth and so much more in flavor than your typical citrus? Because we consider this a citrus of the Pacific. Yeah, and this is like what they would hand to guests. This is what they give you. It's like, hey, welcome, like mahalo. It's like, you know, or aloha. Thanks a lot for being with us. Like pineapples just have so much heart, so much love, and just like just look at them. There's a beautiful look at it. It just says hello, hi, how are you? I'm so happy you're here with us. I hope you have a great time, and I cannot wait to give you an amazing experience. Isn't that what that's what it tells me? Anyways, so what I was going to say is, so out of all the pineapple, most certainly, I don't think it's too egregious to say, if you can squeeze or blend and strain your own pineapples, do it. There's nothing like it when it comes to using pineapple, especially in your cocktails, in your food applications. Fresh pineapple is definitely the best way to go. If you cannot do that, if you don't have the equipment to do that, which is absolutely understandable, before we were able to start juicing our own pineapple at the hardwood, we were using Farm Dog, because this is really a great pineapple juice. It's fresh, or as fresh as you can get without juicing yourself or getting it from a juicery that same day it has been juiced, of course. But this is really great. It's a little expensive. I believe this is $5. So, you know, you want to make sure you're making use of it. You don't want to sit in the fridge for a couple of weeks because it won't be good in a couple of weeks. When you open this probably needs to be drank within 3 days. So honestly, within a day, I would say. If you use for freshness, go ahead.
Just out of curiosity, so how would you rank all these? I guess that was the whole point of this experiment.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm kind of doing it backwards. And then I just want to say, like, if you can't use this, Dole is great for your cocktails for sure. Got a story about that. So, on a ranking of worst to best, we kind of have it set the way it is. It kind of, the way we tried it, in my opinion, that's how it actually. Do not buy. Just let them go out of business. That was harsh. Morgan may seem grouchy. He may seem like an unpleasant guy, but he actually has a tremendous amount of heart. And even me saying that, you can see in his eyes like, I can't believe you would say that about a hard-working business. No, so don't let him go out of business. Let's send him a message. They need to step it up.
Yeah, definitely step your game up. Of the ones we tried, that was definitely the weakest offer.
HB brand, honestly, don't grab it either. It wasn't not worth it whatsoever. But
I thought that those two were about the same.
They were. If you like cat food or tuna fish, this is the one to do, for sure.
You're better than this, HEB. Come on, we know this.
HEB, you're better than this. We all we do is brag about you on this show. So let's fix this. Especially since y'all are pretty much taking over the Texas market. Anyways, not that I have anything wrong with that. But Dole, again, I was at a bar one time and somebody was talking crap about Dole, and I was sober, and I had a chartreuse swizzle made with freshly squeezed pineapple juice, and I was so blown away. They were talking so much crap about canned pineapple juice, and how they wouldn't even drink a drink at a bar if they had it, that I accidentally knocked over my brand new chartreuse swizzle and embarrassed the hell out of myself. Good. If you got to save some bucks, or if you're in somewhere that doesn't have freshly squeezed pineapple juice, Dole, that is the way you want to go. This is what you want if you cannot get this or freshly squeezed pineapple juice. And of course, the winner of them all, the 10 out of 10 freshly squeezed pineapple juice. I suggest get a blender. You can probably just do it in a regular in a Hamilton Beach blender, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would assume so.
All right, Tom. Let's clear this off and let's get you behind the helm. So everybody, you always hear me talking about Tom. Talked about him a lot today already in the ad for this and the promos. Talked about him even more. Tom's going back off to school. He has one class in person, so he has to be there. So we're really proud of him. He's doing a great job sending him off in style. So he has this one drink that he's been really into. He's going to talk to you a little bit about the actual alcohol that goes into it, and he's going to make us a drink, and we're going to drink it because he can't. So, Tom, everybody, Tomothy. Just look right into the camera.
I'm not okay. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Tom. Y'all may have seen me at the Hardwood like in the last couple months. So I'm gonna be making a drink called a Polynesian Paralysis today, which I believe is a Don the Beachcomber drink that kind of got lost because the main liquor that goes into it is called Akole'au, which is a Hawaiian spirit that, like, kind of during Prohibition and then World War II got all of the commercial producers went away, and then rum kind of took it over. It's distilled from tea root, the tea plant, but the root of it, and then it has it's 100 proof, so we aren't using as much today, and then it has a kind of a banana flavor. If you drink it by itself, it kind of has like a banana flavor to it. Yeah.
How'd you get this bottle?
My uncle that lives in Honolulu shipped it over. It's in like a cool ceramic bottle. And so the first thing you're gonna need is a couple of shakers. And we're gonna be whip shaking this because it's got pineapple in it.
You have no idea. You didn't hear it, but I just hit the pineapple button exactly when he said pineapple, and it was everything I wanted it to be.
Good. Alrighty, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use two types of sugars. We're gonna do a 1/4 ounce of orgeat, or orgeat, whatever the correct pronunciation is.
That's actually a good point. So, or it's not orgeat, it's not orgeat, it's orgeat. It is orgeat. So, but it's fair, it's fine to call it orgeat, absolutely. But in French, if it ends with, what's that called? A consonant?
Consonant.
If there's a consonant and there's not a word following it, it's just you drop it off. So it's orgeat. But if there's another word following it, it would be orgeat.
Oh, okay.
And then it would flow into, because it's about flowing and being romantic and all that stuff. I don't know. I'm not a linguist. Who can say? All right. Sorry, Tom. Back to you.
All right. So we did a 1/4 ounce of orgeat, and now we're going to do a 1/4 of demerara. And this is our house-made demerara syrup, which is a 2-to-1 ratio of demerara sugar to water.
What about that demerara? Tell us a little about that demerara.
So it's one of the lesser refined sugars, and so it has a higher molasses content. Something like brown sugar that is brown, like it's the same color as a demerara, but that is basically the same thing as like a white sugar that they've added molasses back into. And so it's like the same amount of refinement, but it just has molasses put back into it. So we've done a 1/4 ounce of orgeat and demerara, and so now we're going to do a 1/2 ounce of lemon.
It's just you can hear it. I'm just. It's like we have this sound now, so you can hear it guggling and stuff. It's just. I was like,
all right, so a 1/2 ounce of lemon, and then I'll do pineapple last. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces of orange juice, which is freshly squeezed. I did it a little while ago.
Did you cut your pineapple with? I mean, your orange with?
I did not.
Okay.
Because I was putting lemon in the drink, so I.
Fair enough. Noted.
And it's fresh, as well.
Indeed.
All right, and now we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice.
Got it again. Every time I think he's gonna say pineapple, I hit the damn button.
All right, 1.5 ounces of our Ocoleau.
So this Ocoleau is 100 proof, so it has some kick to it. So you want to be careful when you're using this stuff.
And now, just for a little extra, like kick in the flavor, because it's pretty neutral. You have to kind of be drinking it like straight to get the banana off of it. So just to give it a little extra boozy kick, we're gonna do a 1/4 ounce of this rum bar, white overproof rum. It's gonna be 126 proof. Yeah. So we're gonna just do a 1/4 ounce of that because it'll permeate through the whole drink, even though there's not much of it. Ooh, man, I can smell it. It's not even near my face, and I can smell it. And so now I'm gonna whip shake this. So we're gonna whip shake this with some pebble ice from our ice machine next door.
Hey. Look at him go. Be delicate with that shaker, Tom.
All right, and it's got a nice frothy, there's no way you're going to be able to see it. No. Nice frothy foam on the top from that pineapple.
Tilt down just a little bit more. A little more. Tilt, 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 tilt.
Am I going to dump drink?
No. A little more. A little more.
All right, so we're going to just dirty dump this. So we want all that ice. It is a tiki drink, so we want all that ice. So we're just going to dirty dump it into our tiki glass. Top it off with some more pebble ice. Make a mess. And we can get a spoon. A straw. And then I'll garnish it with a couple pineapple fronds. Because it is pineapple day. All right.
Why don't you go ahead and straw taste that, Tom?
So that overproof rum, you can, like just with that 1/4 ounce, you can really taste it, like it comes through. When I was test driving this drink a few days ago, the orange juice was the only fresh juice that we had. We were reusing some stuff from last week's, and so the orange was like overpowering it. But with everything being fresh, the orange is definitely still there, but there's a lot more pineapple now because it's fresh, and the lemon's there a little bit, and it's pretty good.
Nice. So that cola. Oh, am I? I wasn't on mute. I'm not used to this. So a cola how?
A cola how.
So a cola how, like, what is the flavor? Did you talk about a little bit of the profile on that already when I was?
Yeah, so it's pretty neutral, like a vodka, but whenever you're drinking it, like if you just took a little bit of it and like really focused on the flavor, there's like some banana esters in it, like what you would almost get from an overproof rum, but not as strong.
So that's something that you had to get sent here. So
Right.
what would you recommend to replace that if you can't have that right now, or what is the recipe for this become?
So this is the original, but you could easily use, since it's pretty neutral, you could easily use like a white rum in place of it. I actually took inspiration for this from a Martin Cate drink from the book Smuggler's Cove, which is right down here, and he did a riff on the original, which has Ocoleau, called the Norwegian Paralysis, and he uses aquavit instead of Ocoleau.
Nice.
And aquavit is a Scandinavian spirit.
Well, Tom, we're gonna miss you, buddy. Dude, the holidays, you said you're going to come visit and do some of this stuff more, right?
For sure.
Whenever you get bored, if you ever want to come down, you have a place to come hang out.
All right.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, get out from out there. I'm going to get there and try your drink. All right. I'm back. Polynesian Paralysis by Tom. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Tom, stellar.
Which one did you use?
The one facing you is yours.
Damn, dude.
That slaps, dude. Dude, very good. So, what am I doing? So, it is essentially, I was telling you earlier, it's almost like a deconstructed, revised painkiller. You know, obviously there's no coconut, but the pineapple and the orange, if you were to take out the coconut, it'd be there. But it does have a cleanliness to it because it's not like a big proof rum. So, but that overproof is just that perfect touch, and it does permeate the entire thing.
So boozy, though.
It's boozy. No, I mean by like clean. I don't mean necessarily by not being boozy. I mean by the sense of like it's not just like, you know what I mean? Like we like our daiquiris big and fat, you know what I mean? Like, and just like full of esters and just like funky Jamaican rums or like agricoles or agua de cañas. This is something that would be wonderful for somebody who's like, I want a tiki drink, but I don't want the way Doug drinks it because it was going to make me freaking see in magenta and never want to freaking go back to the real world ever again, which is fair.
Real world's overrated.
Indeed, I say. Tom, let's get the sodas going, baby. Let's fucking talk. Let's effing talk about some, let's talk about the best pineapple soda. Oh, I drink Decker already. So they're going to go get the sodas. There's a lot. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Check out the new podcast, A Spirits Guy with Doug Blank, available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher. 2 episodes out now. 3rd episode will be out next week. First episode's about Granddad Bondage. Second one's about one of my favorite oak-proof rums from Jamaica called Rum Fire. The third one, you shall see. And then YouTube channel, all that stuff. Please help us support the channel. I did the handwriting on this one today. My mom usually does. All right, so we got these bad boys coming on. So we have some caveats with this too, because we couldn't find everything in the same format.
I got that one. Yeah.
feel like we're... Oh, you got it right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the caveat. Is that the right word to say for this? Frick. So we have these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So they're the big guys, okay? And then we have the little guys. So the thing is, 2 of these are the same. In branding and probably product completely and entirely. I don't know if they changed do you know anything about the ratios of carbonation that have to go into if they have to change it dramatically or anything to put into a 3 liter to a can? Just
no, I don't.
Yeah, so
Give you an intelligent answer there.
I would imagine that they had to change the dynamics of the fermentation of the carbonation. I would imagine. Because this is a plastic bottle and this is obviously an aluminum can, and they're 2 different ounces, 2 different sizes. So I would imagine that they would have to change the recipe or formula somewhat for the application. I don't know. I never heard that before. I'm actually kind of daydreaming about that on camera now. I never thought about it.
Well, just the amount of pressure each material could hold is going to be different.
Indeed.
Plastic versus aluminum.
Was this next to a candle?
Or, I don't know. We got the engineer over here. I'm just talking.
Thanks, Tom. Okay, so...
Oh, it was next to that candle.
This candle?
I think so.
Whoa. Don't mind us. We just work here. Tom, speaking of candles, will you go get us another candle for this guy?
What?
Got to get us another candle. No, dude, this is our candle that lights the other candles. Jeez. Freaking senioritis over here. Last day here, and he's just clocking out. Is there a white one? Sorry. Is there a white tone one so we can keep the color pattern changing? Jeez.
Jesus Christ, you're a slave driver.
Come on. Just for aesthetic? Don't say that. Stop smiling at me. So, let's see if this works. Yeah. My mom used to make candles when she was in college. That's what she says. My mom saying she goes to college kind of has me scratching my head, but I am much like my mother. So anything that my mom says she does that I don't see myself doing, I'm like, huh. But I guess technically I did go to college. I dropped out. But without the knowledge I gained from dropping out, I wouldn't be able to do all these cool mics and stuff like that in the cool camera situation. So back to soda. The caveat, if that's the right word to use for this, is that we have a Fanta and a 3 liter, and we have a Fanta and a 12 ounce. We have a Hill Country Fair pineapple and a 3 liter or whatever this is. And then pineapple soda, Hill Country Fair, and a 12 ounce. So I say we have to try... How should we do this? Try the cans and the soda, the same brand first? Or when we go through the bottles, like we have to try these back to back, or just put them at the end of the line so these 3 are 2 different categories?
I say we knock out cans versus bottles first.
Yeah, I think that sounds okay. And then we have to keep a mental note about...
Which one's better? Yeah.
Yes. So let's do the bottles first because they're giant and they're in the way. But how much fun is this? So much pineapple. I'm excited. So, and no, I tried to make a pineapple soda. I ruined it. I forgot to feed the carbonate, the bug. So it died. Whoops.
Well, that would have been slightly alcoholic. It would have been more than just a soda.
Indeed. Okay, so first soda up. And this isn't, I have no idea. I didn't put, we just kind of, this is all at random. The last one, I kind of directed the tasting because I knew which ones would ultimately be better. Tom, if you, here you go, bud. Here you go, Morgan. Okay.
And Tom has directions from parents saying to bring ingredients home because they need drinks.
Fair enough, Tom. Oh, God. That just blow it. Don't touch that. Okay, so tastes like candy. I mean, smells like candy. Smells like bubble gum.
It smells like the Beatus.
So, most certainly going to catch a straight case of the Sugarfoot with this one. Okay.
Which one is this?
This is the Fanta. That is very sweet, and I like soda, but that's freaking... I love pineapple, but I don't know if there's any pineapple in there. Maybe like a pineapple Jolly Rancher that's been melted down and then put a bunch of Topo Chico on top of. I don't know. Maybe. Let's move... We got to keep this one going.
Damn, now I need Topo Chico and pineapple Jolly Ranchers.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, yeah. Did you know the Nazis created Fanta?
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah, just fun little trivia, throw it in.
Yeah, well, do you know, I mean, since we're there, that's like has a huge reason of why that the marketing was always like Argentinian, South American women dancing, because it was marketed to South America before it came up here, because the infiltration of Germans going to Argentina when they fled, the Nazis fleeing. But that's all hearsay. I don't know if that's true or not. That's speculation. Just some weird theory stuff. But this is completely different. I have an idea already of what they did with this. Okay, so it's orange soda, and they just like took like the nose of a pineapple and just sprayed it in there essentially. But this is okay, so this smells like this taste, and this tastes like this smells maybe.
No, this just tastes like...
This just tastes like orange soda with like no pineapple effort put into it whatsoever.
Yeah, this was orange soda, and there may have been a pineapple in like the next room, but that was about it.
Fair enough.
It's like the martinis we were talking about.
But I like orange soda occasionally, so I don't hate this.
I love orange soda. When I'm all buzzed down in my mind and I need Domino's or Pizza Hut, like, you best believe I'm getting a 20-ounce freaking orange soda. All right, so next is Hill Country Fair Pineapple Soda. And I do not like Nazis at all, just to be clear. I hate them.
If you like Nazis, you're a bad person.
That's a fact. I would say that's not even an opinion anymore. I'd say that's more on the side of fact.
I'm comfortable with that being a fact.
This is a mix between the two.
Weird though, because on the nose, this is the most pineapple I've smelt so far. Bubble gum. I got the bubble gum. Yeah. But on the nose, most pineapple-y. So I'm really excited. Okay, so I think this is the rankings in my opinion. Crush. Like the Crush even looks just like orange soda. They didn't even get the color right. It's just straight orange. I mean, is it supposed to be orange, like Crush with pineapple essence? It says pineapple soda. Natural and artificial flavors. All right, so this is how I look at it. Crush, Fanta, Hill Country Fair. Anybody else?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Let's get these out of here, Tom. Let's move on to the next round.
Oh, we aren't doing the cans?
No, we are. Get these out of the way so we can look at the cans. These. Okay. Tom's friggin' gonna ring drop into friggin' Fanta or wherever you called it. All right, so this is all at random. Just putting them down. No big deal. So round 2 for sodas is going to be pineapple, Hill Country Fair, pineapple Fanta, 12 ounces, and then Doritos. Did I say it? Doritos?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I've always heard it.
Doritos pineapple. So the calorie count on this one is 140, so I imagine this would be less sweet. These are both 180. So that's just from obviously just from looking at the labels. So let's go into the Doritos. Bottle opener. Thanks, sir. It's carbon fiber? Weird. Thanks, sir. Why don't you push that blue button? Pineapple. Did I do it? Did I get it right?
So close.
Try it one more time. Pineapple. Did I get it?
Too fast.
Damn it. All right, let's try again. Pineapple. Yay!
Did you do it every time while I was up there?
I was trying. Saw it's cracking up over there. All right, here we go. Doritos.
Real pineapple-y.
It's very pineapple-y.
Yeah, this is probably the most realistic pineapple, at least on the nose.
Yeah, it's not very, and it's not like it's nowhere near as sweet as those other ones. Nowhere near.
This is the best so far.
Tom, hold your horses. We gotta try these other two.
I said so far.
I feel like Doritos kind of has a distinct taste. Like, yeah, that's a Doritos, but so far, this one's pulling in the lead for me.
It is, yeah, it's definitely in the front, Tom. All right, next, pineapple Fanta,
But in a can.
but in a can. Give the baby his pineapple bottle. Tom, why is every time I try to hand it to Tom, he's nowhere, he's gone. Here, what are you doing? All right, so Fanta, pineapple. Remember my whole theory about ratios and different formulas for different formats? Throw that right out the damn window. That just smells like bubble gum. And not even like pineapple bubble gum. It's just like generic bubble gum to me. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about that because y'all need to be able to smell it. So when you're tasting, you typically want to keep your opinions to yourself till everybody has tasted and written down their opinions. Because me saying bubblegum, it can influence somebody into thinking that it smells like bubblegum. So forgive me.
The rum fire and smoke the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still just caught up on the crush, so at least in comparison to that, it's still a good step ahead. But
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the Fanta Big Bottle. I feel like they're quite relative.
they're pretty comparable.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I think that this is going to be the biggest sleeper of them all. I have a feeling this is going to take over everything. I think this is going to be the best, in my opinion. I don't know.
It's the same as the big one?
Yeah, the Hill Country Fair pineapple soda, but in a can. Just straight up says artificially flavored. Hell yeah, that's why we love Hill Country Fair around here. Those that are watching far and wide that never been to an HEB or seen Hill Country Fair, that is a Texas brand for the cheapest of the cheapest, and they have some of the best. I'm trying to think of Hill Country Fair that I always go to. The Hill Country Fair cream soda, the best of all cream sodas. No way, you can't change my mind. All right, here you go, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. Here we go. Dude, I mean, it's sweet, but that's the most pineapple of all of them, in my opinion. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I'm just saying.
No, this one's pretty good. I still think I got to go with Doritos in the lead, but this one's a pretty close second.
Yeah, I agree with the Doritos.
So, yes, I will agree that it's going to have to be this. But I want to make it very clear that the Doritos is the best out of everything, out of all of them, right? Can we agree on that? All of them? The cans, in my opinion, blew the 3 liters out of the water simply out of practicality and just flavor. I think that there's a little bit, well, maybe not the Fanta, but also this pineapple soda has me scratching my head because it is so freaking good. And then, so yeah, that's it. So for your pineapple sodas, Doritos, but if you want to save a few bucks, pineapple soda, dude, I have a feeling that this with whiskey, when I make my last drink, I might just make it with whiskey in this. I just Hill Country Fair just took my heart. Hit that blue button. Pineapple. No? Try it one more time. Pineapple. That is my but Jarritos, yes, this is the best one. Whatever. It's great though. How did we get into Nazis? Oh yeah, Fanta. And like I just heard that on History Channel or something. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, whatever. Right? I don't know. Say something, Tom. Don't make me.
So the U.S. put an embargo on Germany, and I think Coke was one of the things, and so it got.
That's where Fanta was born.
They invented Fanta because they didn't have Coke.
Noted. Hey man, I mean they drink Faygo up in the Midwest. ICP, Insane Clown Posse, making a huge comeback, or not even a comeback, making a huge presence. They used to get picked on. Juggalos used to get picked on all the time. I mean, I was around friends that listened to music. I never disliked it, but Juggalos used to picked on, bullied. Now it's like mainstream. Now it's cool to be a Juggalo. More power to them, as it should be. Everybody should be able to do what they want, and like what they want, and not be picked on for it or bullied. You know what I mean? So it's like more power to the Juggalos getting some love. ICP. So next up. We got Morgan. You got everything you need, Morg? Let's get you, Tom. I'm going to get everything out of the way. Why don't you get behind your Morgan and we'll bring you all your stuff. So everybody, Morgan, a.k.a. Morgan the Grouch, a.k.a. Morgan from Gulf Breeze Winery is going to come and tell us a little bit about his cocktail while we get him his ingredients. Are your juices all right?
Here, all I need is pineapple, so keeping it simple.
Pineapple.
All right, so I am doing the Algonquin cocktail. It's almost kind of a variation on like a Manhattan, and I would love to give you this nice, cool history on it, but from what I've read, it was created in the 1930s at the Algonquin Hotel in New York. Outside of that, no one really knows anything about it.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's a simple drink to make. We're going to need, the original recipe calls for dry vermouth, which is what we have. There's an updated version calling for a Bianco vermouth, but I live in Victoria, and good luck finding that around here. Calls for a rye whiskey. Take your pick. I went with Woodford Reserve just because I like it. And, of course, Peychaud's bitters, because bitters make everything better. And pineapple juice.
Pineapple.
All right, Tom, you want to be a darling and give me half a shaker tin of ice? Oh, I'm an asshole.
I think what you meant to say was butthead. Hey, so tell us, do you know anything about Peychaud?
Outside of it being from New Orleans, not really. I mean, yeah, by all means, anyone who knows some Peychauds, step in. Help me out here.
I don't know much about it, but what I've gathered is that it's like an ancient recipe in the sense of like 300 years, was originated by a gentleman that owned a pharmacy, for lack of a better term, and came up with this Peychaud's as a ailment. Is that what you're talking about? Like medicine, like an ailment, like a medicine. Jesus Christ, 4 ailments. Right? Jesus. And then he just started selling it at a spot, and then it just became part of the culture in New Orleans, and then it was definitely one of the most agreed upon ingredients for a classic cocktail called a Sazerac.
Alrighty, so to make a Algonquin, you start off 3/4 of an ounce dry vermouth, if I could remember how to talk. Three-quarters of an ounce pineapple juice. Forget how much thicker the fresh squeezed stuff is, or fresh pressed. So yeah, definitely going to need to strain that really well. An ounce and 3/4 of your choice of rye whiskey.
So we were talking about Woodford Reserve before we even got it on the air, and we're just saying that it is a really solid product. And I have never tried the rye, so I'm excited to straw test this. But if you ever find yourself coming across their double oak, it is really wonderful in a highball.
And of course, the original recipe calls for 1 dash of bitters, but personally, I'm a big fan of bitters, so I typically do 2 to 3.
Nice.
That's just kind of, your mileage may vary. And shake this sucker up, and if someone would grab me a chilled coupe glass. Getting everything mixed up since I'm wrong-handed over here.
Sorry, I'm lefty.
Well, yeah, so am I. Just
Oh. So this is Tom's fault.
yes, we'll blame Tom. Of course, double strain because that pineapple juice is going to be pretty frothy.
Already looks beautiful.
Yeah, good little. And I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to pouring into coupe glasses, so
That was a perfect pour, my man.
thank you. Someone wants to give that one a go.
I'll straw taste it.
It's going to be a lovely, it's going to be a very dry drink. It's not sweet at all.
Shit. Sorry, everybody. I blew it. Ooh. Yeah. That is a...
It's definitely dry, boozy. As it warms up, the pineapple tends to come through a little more. Gets a little mellower, a little sweeter, but you just get a nice rye spice. The pineapple, you get almost more of the pineapple zest, I would say. Would be probably a little better.
Like an essence almost.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's how you make an Algonquin. Cheers.
We're going to talk in the mic, Tom. Say something.
Thanks, Morgan. It looks delicious.
You're welcome, Tomothy.
Oh, all right.
All right. Now to sign this thing off. Oh. Got another taste test. Bring them out. Bring them out, Tom. Go get. Oh, I'm gonna need cups. Oh, frick. So I hope everybody's enjoying this new setup. I know we are. And sorry that if we put a second mic up, I hope we're not being too invasive. What can you do? Okay, so next one. Hard ciders. Hard seltzer waters. It's a thing that is taking over the world. I know there is a straw.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So, like, we all know them. I mean, White Claw is a huge thing, Truly as well. I'm sure you guys have already tried all of these, but we're going to tell you which one we think is the best pineapple hard seltzer. So, there's, I mean, one of these is Truly pineapple, and this is just strictly pineapple. And this one, and these two are a mashup, so I don't know. Tom, cups, please. Algonquin. That's a great name, too. Algonquin. Thanks, sir. Okay, so let's try the first one. This is going to be Vizzy. Okay. Vizzy hard seltzer. Oh, forgot about this. Oh, Tom. Good job on that freaking Polynesian paralysis, my man. So, this is Vizzy hard seltzer. Hint of pineapple mango. See, so, we're already we're blurring the lines a little bit. with antioxidant vitamin C from acerola, ACEROLA, superfruit. What's going on? So I'm never claiming to be good at reading.
I think they're just making up words.
I know. Here you go, Tom. Tell us about it. Is that something you see in engineering? Nope. Okay, whatever. So we're just gonna give it a little splash. Tom is an employee, and this is for taste testing. So he has his TABC certification, and he works here. So he will be spitting this out. Oh.
What the hell is
that? Now, you want to talk about the whole butt burp or hiney whispers that we've been talking about earlier? If you want to know what a freaking ripened fart after on a hot day, a morning hungover, that's what this is.
It's so bad I can't stop smelling it.
Okay. Let's keep on moving. Yikes.
It tastes less offensive than it smells, but that's not a high bar.
All right, next one. 8% alcohol by volume. This is Smirnoff Ice Smash. Pineapple and coconut. So, I mean, you were talking about a pina colada earlier, right? Oh, that was a soda, though.
Yeah, apparently Fanta makes a pina colada soda as well.
Interesting.
Not sure how to feel about it, but I was intrigued.
All right, so the smash is up. Tom, spit this out. You don't, if you are, do whatever you want.
I might have to spit this out too.
It smells like Play-Doh.
It does have an earthiness to it.
Yeah, that's not earth, that's chemical.
That is straight up interesting. That is like interesting in the worst of ways. It's holy Katoogie. That's a ripper right there. I don't know about that one. 8% alcohol by volume. Oh my God. Okay. So next, power through this. Truly. So if y'all know me, y'all know a thing or two about me. Y'all might know that I've had a Truly or two in my day. And you might know my favorite Truly might be pineapple. So I might be somewhat biased in this tasting. But I don't think that should matter because this is going to be quite obvious when we try this one. Here, sir. This is strictly pineapple from Truly. See, I mean, yes, it's chemicals, but it's not farts and it's not just compounded. I love it. I mean, yes, it tastes like chemicals. Yes. But if you can't get to a tiki bar and you can't make yourself a jungle bird at home, get yourself a pineapple Truly. I honestly think that these two should both be in the same category of garbage. I think this one takes the win.
The first one is over the Smirnoff.
Yeah? All right, I think these two still deserve to be in the same sphere of hell. And this one is a bad boy. Deserves to be in a leather jacket chewing on a toothpick with a pompadour, just like one-eyeing everybody. That's how that one is to me. Well, cool. So
What's the little bottle?
oh, this is water infused with pineapple essence. Let's try it out. It's just, I'm all pouring a little splash. It's water. So this is hint, pineapple, water infused with pineapple essence. That's water with pineapple essence for sure.
Very refreshing.
Quite refreshing. Out of everything we tried, this is the most refreshing of them. No sugar added, which is nice. Kind of happy you reminded me of that. I feel like we needed that splash in our pineapple life right now. So, what I want to do Let's make one more highball. Tomothy.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that's freaking terrible. Here you go, sir. Get those out of the way. I'm going to make one more drink. And it's not going to be a tiki drink. It's not going to be anything other than... Oh, wait. Should I do a painkiller?
Yeah, you got the orange.
Do you have the coconut?
Yeah, we're going to do a painkiller. For our last drink, we're going to do a painkiller. Do we have another tiki mug? Or actually do it in, give me a... Boom. We'll do it in this. So I'm going to get one more drink and we'll get the hell out of here. What do you say? So, but I was going to just pour Hill Country Fair pineapple on top of whiskey. I think that sounds great. Why don't you do that over there and then we'll try that too. All right, so we're gonna do a painkiller. So we talked about this. Did we make one of these on the air? Okay, you're not gonna need much sugar. You're gonna need. We just went ahead and got cream of coconut that you can get at HEB. This is pretty good product. I mean, if that's all you can get it. We're gonna do an ounce. Stuff's very sweet. Hey, yikes. Okay.
Any more cups?
Use this. If you're gonna spew into this. Did you?
No, I meant for the...
Yeah, use this. And so, do you have? Did you bring the pusters over?
Oh, I'll go grab them. Is it not in there?
No. Thanks, Tomothy. So that's a little bit of coconut cream, and then from there we're gonna use freshly squeezed orange juice. We're gonna do a whole ounce. So this is a classic Caribbean cocktail from Van Ghost. The island of Van Ghost is a Dutch island. Or no, it's a British island actually. And it's a soggy dollar bar that created it. They have actually a patent or trademark on this drink. So if you have it on your menu, they'll like sue you, which is really strange. But the most crucial ingredient for it is Pusser's British Naval Rum. This is, we talk about British strength rum a lot. We talk about Smith & Cross. You'll see me destroy a beautiful bottle of Smith & Cross on the air, and it still is something that haunts me in my dreams. But this is also a wonderful British Naval rum, and it is 84 proof, so definitely has some heat to it. And it has a lot of nuttiness, a lot of character from barrels, has a lot of dunder. If you listen to my podcast, A Spirits Guy with Doug Blank, if you listen to episode number 2 of Rumfire, we go into a lot of depth and a lot of information about what dunder actually is. But essentially, dunder is what's left over in the pot stills after they make the rum. And they'll add some of that dunder back to the distillate to not only give it color, but to give it a tremendous amount of flavor. And all these esters we talk about. Esters is like all these big, bold flavors that come through in rum especially. And essentially, it's an acid that combines or attaches itself to alcohol. And it comes from like very old ways of distilling, pot still distilling especially what? Pot still distilling does that. And then but column stills and stuff like you kind of lose all that flavor. But like a vodka, like if you start off with the vodka, it's gonna have a lot of flavor, but when you distill it 6 times, it gets rid of all those esters. But with rum especially, you want to keep that. So, before I really interrupted myself, we're going to get some of that fresh pineapple juice, and we're going to do 1.5 ounces. And I'm going to use the same side of the measure because there's a tremendous amount of syrup still left in it, so we want to make sure we're just getting as much of it as possible into the cup, or into the shaker. 1.5 ounces of pineapple, and then we're going to do 2 ounces of Pusser's rum that we just talked about. 2 ounces of Pusser's rum that we just talked about, if I wandered off too far. We're going to whip shake with crush, guys. This is actually going to be too small, but that's okay. How is it? Very easy. Indeed. Let me try it. I knew this was going to be a boozy one. Tom's last day, the grown-ups had to play. I don't know why I said that.
That was kind of creepy.
I never say anything like that before in my life, but I didn't make that just kind of just came out. I never say anything like that before in my life. What the hell? Talking about Nazis and playing. What the hell? Oh, yeah, it smells like farts. Look at that fresh juice. Hey, oh, do you know what we don't have? We don't have nutmeg. No big deal. Don't worry about it. Imagine just finally grating some nutmeg on there. This is turning into a disaster. All right, so this is a classic painkiller. Holy God. So that is awesome. Smooth, creamy, sweet, nutty. It's going to have a tremendous, it's juicy, it's fruity, it's fat, it's viscous, it is chewy that we always talk about. Chewy just meaning it has a tremendous amount of dynamic and a lot of texture going on. And this is something that I could drink myself to death on. This is like, I remember when we first opened the hardwood, we had a painkiller special, and it was a long couple of months. So
how does that compare to the Polynesian paralysis?
So very good question, Tom. Polynesian paralysis from earlier. Juicy. It's fine. Juicy, boozy, sweet, but it's refreshing and crisp. And because of that, because there's no creams, if you will, or coconut creams in there whatsoever. And that booze is just definitely permeating through. And this is that bottle that Tom was talking about earlier. How you say it one more time? A Colehow. I thought I had it when he was talking to me about it, but when I saw the actual name, I was like, this is actually the first time I ever had it. Not today, but anyway, so Tom, thanks for introducing us to that. So, yeah, this is crisp, refreshing. If you don't want something too heavy on the tongue, just like a painkiller, I would go for a Polynesian paralysis. But this, it's just, again, more viscous, it's definitely sweeter. So with that said, if you want to hit that top button, the top on the left, the intro button. Guys, thank y'all so much for watching another virtual happy hour with me, Doug Blank, and Dougie, and there's Tom. Tom, have the best time you ever can. We're going to miss you, buddy. And Morgan, a.k.a. Morgan the Grouch. Please follow us on Facebook, you already are. But check out our YouTube channel. Donate to our Venmo to help us support everything that we're doing. And check out the new podcast. And my Instagram is DougFresh85. And we can't wait to see you guys next Friday. Later. Pineapple. We done?